What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having a fantastic day. I had an interesting experience in the verse over the past couple days, and instead of just putting up the gameplay like I normally do and letting it kind of speak for itself, I wanted to actually discuss it a little bit. So I'm going to put it in the background and kind of discuss it as it unfolds and kind of walk you guys through what exactly happened. But let me set the stage here for you real quick. Some of the boys from the Discord and I going around hunting bounties down. We got to the point where Usha and I were tracking someone in Crusader, and Space Ghost had gone off to ArcCorp to track someone else. And what ended up happening is Space Ghost, like the Rambo he is, went into a bunker and killed the two criminals who were in the bunker, but he also got incapacitated in doing so. So it's kind of like an everyone died scenario. No worries, Space Ghost pops up a medical beacon and someone picks it up and is on his way to get him from ArcCorp. Now this is where it gets interesting. So as is the case a lot of times when there is a group of criminals on the server, when there are multiple apprehend suspects in the bounty section, a lot of them tend to be running together and being criminals in a group, which is the smart thing to do. So one of the friends of the two people Space Ghost killed in that bunker, who were trying to clear their crime stat in the security depot, chatted that he was going to go kill Space Ghost, finish him off since he's incapped and lying defenseless in the bunker. So when Space Ghost said that, we were like, okay, we got to go help him, right? I immediately repair my ship and send it off to ArcCorp. Meanwhile, the dude who picked up Space Ghost, so that's kind of where the gameplay picks up here. So I am racing to get from Crusader to ArcCorp, trying to beat the criminals who are coming to full kill Space Ghost. And then Usha is a little bit behind me at the same time as this dude who we don't know is also trying to go rescue Space Ghost, who may or may not be looking to just steal what Space Ghost has. Who knows? You know, we don't know anything about the situation. Okay, so I get to Lyria, where Space Ghost is on Sec Depot 1, and the first ship I see, like 10k out from the bunker, is a Carrack, and I was like, wait, did this guy take a Carrack to go rescue Space Ghost? I'm like, weird. And then we get closer to the bunker where there's a little dip where you can park a ship there so that turrets won't shoot you. Well, you have to be in a specific spot where there's rocks, not just the little dirt hill. And I see a rescue Pisces. And then we were like, wait, this guy, this freaking legend, dude, parked his Carrack and then flew out the medical Pisces himself to go rescue Space Ghost from the security bunker, which is just hilarious. He's like one man med rescue guy, which is awesome. So this dude gets there a little bit before I do. He's going down, he reses Space Ghost. He's a cool dude. And then I'm just waiting on the outside in my Gladius now, waiting to see if this criminal is going to show up and still try to kill Space Ghost. So I'm out there providing security, waiting, hoping to fight this guy if he comes in. And then all of a sudden, the Pisces of the rescuer guy blows up because the turrets just shot through the geography of Lyria. Yeah, but
Something got blown up.
They just shot his Pisces through the mountain, which it does do sometimes. At which point I fly kind of a distance away because I don't want the dude to think that he doesn't know me, right? He doesn't know who I am. He doesn't know that I'm in a party with Space Ghost. So I don't want him to think that I blew up his Pisces out here in my Gladius. So I fly away. Space Ghost gets in his arrow. I'm in the Gladius, and we realize, wait, this guy who rescued Space Ghost has no way to get to his Carrack except to walk 10 kilometers. Which is going to take him absolutely forever. So I decide, hey, you know, I could just go get his Carrack and drive it up and pick him up. You know, for being a nice guy. I want to be, you know, pay it forward, right? At this point, I'm thinking there are a lot of ways that this could go wrong, right? One, communicating to players in Star Citizen via global chat. Let's just say it's not the most accurate way of communication. My next priority as a Star Citizen is to get my in-game voice chat up and running. I realized immediately, like, this could go wrong. Like, there could be a misunderstanding. He could think that I'm stealing the Carrack. He could think that I'm trying to kill him, blah, 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 blah. So I chat to him in the global chat and I'm like, yo, you want me to bring the Carrack to you because the station blew up your Pisces? and he seemed initially receptive. So Usha helped lift me inside to the Carrack, and I got it over there eventually, and got it sat down in a little dip pretty close to the station where the turrets weren't shooting at me magically. And I waited for him to get on board. And then the kind of the first signs of this isn't going well was when he obviously didn't understand what I was trying to do. And then after that, he was no longer communicating with me in the global chat. And when someone stops communicating with you in the global chat, you know that things are about to go wrong. But I was like, you know what? It's fine. I see him get on board. He didn't tell me he was aboard, because at this point, I think he decided he was going to kill me. He tried to enter the ship without me knowing, almost. Maybe not. Maybe he just forgot. I don't know. But so I was like, okay, he's aboard. I'm off. I'm going to go get my Gladius so that we can all fly away and live our happy lives. And then, of course, what I knew was a possibility. I knew this was a possibility. He walks up behind me and shoots me in the back of the head and kills me. You know, I was like, yeah. I mean, I was hoping that he would think about the situation, think about what's going on, be grateful for the pickup and stuff. But, you know, as I had half expected, he murders me and then claims that he thought I was stealing his ship, which, you know, I understand. I get it, man. I honestly, I mean, I gave him a crime stat, of course, because he murdered me. I mean, but I get the sentiment, you know, and here's kind of what I wanted to talk about. That dude was not curious at all. He was not open in any way to an adventure or to, you know, where is this game going to take me? That dude had one objective in mind, and there was no flexibility in his brain whatsoever. And it's most likely a result of being quote unquote griefed in the past, you know, because there's something you learn in a sandbox game like Star Citizen is to always be on your guard. You know, you cannot let your guard down in Star Citizen or you will die. That's what makes it fun, right? Because this dude knew that there's a strong possibility that he will revive Space Ghost and Space Ghost will get up and shoot him in the face and take his stuff. That's a thing that people do all the time. And obviously you can't judge people's true intentions from reading chat, you know? So he doesn't know what I'm really gonna do. At some point you have to make a decision, right? Are you going to walk 10 to 12,000 meters to your Carrack from the security depot, or are you gonna let a random guy give you a ride in your own ship? You know, it's like he was not taking any chances. He is not taking any chances, which I understand, but there's better ways to do it, you know? Communicate. You guys, you have to communicate. You have to take precautions. And here's what you don't do. You don't get bitter and cynical and frickin', you don't want to be the guy who's just posting on Reddit mad about griefers all the time. There is a healthy way to deal with disappointment, and that is to say, hey, you know, that sucked. Nothing I can do about it now. Move on with a fresh mindset. You have to reset. You have to reset, bro. Learn from it. Take precautions next time, and then reset your mind. Because otherwise, what are you doing? You know, you're just walking around a shell of a person, being negative and being upset at the world. And then next thing you know, you're chatting things like, this guy ruined my game. Like, dude, go play Minecraft, you know? What are we all doing out here? This is an alpha test where people need to be a little bit more of a community. The game is made to be played with other people. If you wall yourself off from interacting with other people in the verse and being open to positive interactions, you're gonna miss out on all those interactions with random people you never met before. And those are what sometimes can be the most fun thing about the game. You know, you're doing yourself a disservice. Go into the game with a positive attitude. I'm not saying you know you can't feel emotion. I'm just saying you can't let the stuff affect you. You got to let it roll off. You know, you get griefed, let it roll off. What precautions do I need to take next time so that doesn't happen? If there's nothing I can do, forget about it. Oh well. Oh frickin' well, dude. Which is what I did with this guy who shot me in the back of the head after I did him a favor, after he did us a favor. You know, it's like I'm not mad at him. I perfectly understand why he did what he did, and I'm not mad whatsoever. I just wanted to talk about it because it could be a learning experience for all of us. Because all it takes is one. That guy's played for 5 years and he got griefed one time, and that one time, you know, turned him into the dark side. You know, like it turned him into a player who's closed off from the possibilities of the game. He could have had a great experience. He could have had something to tell his friends about. He could have had a story. That's all I wanted to say. Overall, it was a pretty interesting experience for me, so I have no complaints. It was fun. Guys, have fun in the verse. That's what it's all about. I'll see you guys later.